Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trading with Mike. Today is September the 9th, and this is my live recorded session of me trading the ES futures. But before we get started, I have a quick topic that I want to talk about, and that is the reason why I trade supply and demand zones. If you guys know anything about who pushes and pulls the market, we're talking about smart money. Yes, we are. Stay tuned for this video. So what is supply and demand? Okay, I've said this in many videos. Supply is simply an area where aggressive selling has come out of the market. All right, areas where you see maybe lots of green candles just thrusting to the downside. Okay, and there's a level that's created, and then from that level you see the market just moving hard to the downside. So it's a lot of aggressive selling taking place there. The opposite. Demand is our areas in the market where you see aggressive buying taking place. Market's moving up, making higher highs and higher lows. And within, say, a big swing, you see a big push in the market to the upside. That's a major area where a lot of buying took place there, okay? And you have to ask yourself, what's going on there, okay? As we retail traders, okay, all right, we do not push nor pull the actual market. Why? Because we simply do not have the capital to be able to do so. So there's only one entity, or several entities, I should say, because I'm talking about when I'm talking about smart money, I'm talking about banks, the institutions, okay? They are the ones that have the millions and billions of dollars that they interject or put money into the market each and every day, okay, to push and pull the market. So they're leaving footprints behind as the market is making its ebbs and flows, whether it's pushing up, making higher highs and higher lows, or whether it's pushing down, making lower lows and lower highs, okay? So with that said, we as retail traders, we want to be able to play the same game and play on the same playing field as them, okay? And it's I see a lot of traders that trade, break and retest, basically breaks and retests of support or resistance. Nothing wrong with that, but if you really want to catch the big moves, you got to start focusing more on supply and demand areas and really think logically, because it's very simple. If you look at those areas and back test on your charts, you'll start to see that, yes, most times the market likes to come back to those strong areas of supply and demand where there is a lot of buying, aggressive buying or aggressive selling that came out of the market. And who's creating that footprint, that area where there's big push, either up or down in the market coming out of those areas? It is the institutions. It is the smart money, okay? So supply and demand is where it's at. If you do not know how to trade supply and demand, and if you do not know what it is, simply spend some time, research, and understand the reason why it's so important, why it's key into trading, okay? Because think about it. If you have a swing where price is moving to the upside, pulls back, and then pushes higher, then price pulls back right to the neck, or what I call the area where the resistance area, okay, which is now support, because price broke through resistance to pull back to what is now support, okay? You trade that area there. What you see a lot of times is that price will stop there. Yes, it'll bounce. A lot of traders will get in right there, and then they'll get stopped out, and they get frustrated because what happens is price rejects at that area of, what was resistance is now support on that pullback, pushes up a little bit, they get into the trade, and then the market turns back around. Who do you think's doing that? It is the smart money in the markets. It's the smart money, okay, guys? It's the institutions. They are setting you up for a trap for the market to fold on you. They push the market back down, bring in price back down to the area where the aggressive buying took place, where the initial move took place, just to push the market back up in the same intended direction of what you really got in the trade. So you actually got in the trade too early and didn't wait for price to come back to the original area where price started originally making the move to the upside. And then the same thing on the flip side on supply. So that's why it's imperative to understand, the key concepts, the key areas to where you really need to trade and understand why supply and demand is so powerful and can be so powerful if you understand it and make it incorporate it into your actual trading daily, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video here. But like I said, understand supply and demand. Understand who drives the markets, okay? It is the smart money. It's the banks. It's the institutions. They are the ones that have the big money. They're the big fish, the big players, the head honchos in this game, and we want to be able to trade like them, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the market today. I am late, guys, trading, and let's see here what we have going on. I always like to start with a top-down approach. You know, I recommend this to anybody. You know, most people who probably trade, who have some experience in trading, know that it's important to always look at a higher time frame to do what? To kind of get a bias, to kind of set a direction in the market and which way it's actually kind of flowing. So what we see now is, I mentioned this, I think, yesterday or the day before, price is broken this high here, okay? So it's broken through a major area of resistance as it's pushed to the upside. So it's broke this area here, all right? So where is it at now? Price is actually at an area of, let's see here. It's actually at an area of supply now. So we see it right here, and this is off the 60 range chart. And if you know, when price is at an area of supply on a higher time frame chart, the move or the rejection in that area could be very significant. Price could bounce here and quickly start pushing to the downside and breaking through some major areas, okay? So, you know, when we see setups like this where price is, in this case here, pulling back or pushing higher and tapping into this area now off the 60 range, this supply area right here, all right? Let's mark it right here, okay? Let me mark it correctly. All right, right there, okay? You kind of can mark it from the top end of that red candle to the bottom end of that red candle there. You know, this is the last push to the upside right here, that green candle. And then there's a red candle here, if you see it, that wicks out above that green candle. So take it from the top end of that red candle, that wick of that red candle, down to pretty much the body of that red candle, or the bottom end of that red candle. So this is our supply zone off of the 60 range chart, all right? All right, so now that we know that price is in an area of supply off the higher time frame, the 60 range chart, this is where we scale down to. So we're in a major area now, a major zone off a higher time frame. So let's look at our 12 range now, which is my anchor chart that I like to use. If we look at the 12 range, of course, we see the market's just been pushing higher, making higher highs and higher lows as it's been moving to the upside. And the session opened up around this area right here at the let's see, it pushed up here, made a high. So basically, they're making higher highs, high, higher low, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high, pull back, higher low, similar high here, and then it retraced further or deeper right here, and then it eventually turned around after making this high right here, and started pushing back up to the upside. So making new highs, higher low, high, higher low, and chopping to the upside. So I mean, pretty much this whole session today, and even yesterday, we were just pushing up, the pullback. Here's a deep retracement, pulling higher, retracement, and then pulling, move sideways for a little bit towards the close of yesterday's session, and then moving higher. All right, so right now, and in just today's session, like I said, we've just been pushing to the upside all morning. Okay, now what we see price doing right here is rejecting at that area. That red line is marking that area of supply that I just showed you off of the 60 range chart, and we're getting rejection right here. So we want to see rejection and then a pullback pretty much to be able to get into our entry, all right, or take a trade. Okay, so I just don't jump right into it because we are looking at a higher time frame chart and marking our supply zone. Okay, so we just wait it out. You have to be patient. So we have to be careful about taking longs at this point here because we are hitting a major area of resistance off the 60 range chart. Okay, not saying you can't take longs, but because we are hitting this major area of supply off the 60 range chart, we got to be very careful on how we trade. So, I'm looking for basically the market to unfold itself and set up to start making swings to the downside to where I can look to take retracement or pullbacks to go short. Okay, so the market came up here, made a little, a high here. We're still in that supply zone sitting up there, so it's still rejecting this area. So it pushed up, pulled back, made a high here, building volume here at the top. So we just waited out. There was a quick little scalp right here when price rejected the first time, pushed down. On the pullback right here, you went short. You could take it down, taking it short, but I missed that entry. I was probably discussing some things or talking, but it's okay. We just wait. So let's see. We got a high here, low here, higher high. So yeah, we have to wait at this point now. All right, so maybe we could get a bounce here. I'll get some rejection maybe here. It's kind of iffy. It's kind of difficult here. It's like I want to go long here, but I know we got supply sitting right above us, so this is very tricky, I say. $63. We're building some volume in this area here. You can see on the 12 range for sure. Okay, first contract's filled. I think I'm gonna take out right here on the second contract because we got a little high volume node right here. And come on, hit it. Okay, we got filled there. All right, so just we're back up here at this area of supply. That is risky trading. But, I saw, look at the 4 range. Price is rotating right here. The 12 range is not really giving me a clear picture. But I saw activity on the 4 range here that led me to my entry going along there. But again, like I said, it's a dangerous area because this is major resistance here. So let's see what happens if, we can kind of get possibly pull back. Not pull back, but maybe, get some pullback or retracement. A deeper retracement to some areas down here. So my long entry there was actually a good trade. It was valid, back up to the highs right there. And just got to wait it out here. That's my first little trade for today. Just picking up a quick 10 ticks right there. Moving sideways here, you can see choppy, choppy, choppy. So just have to wait and see what happens here. All right. Let's see. Looking at price action, what happened previous to, we got a high here, pull back, making these small little these highs here. Price pulls back, makes a high here, then it pulls back, it breaks break structure right here on the way down. Pull up on the pullback here before moving higher. Okay, so let's see. It is pulling back right to resistance now, and I'm not a support or resistance style trader because I know that price could, pull back here, bounce, market push up, and then they push the market somewhere down here. And the market can push lower now. And let's see here. Yeah, I'm late here on this trade. Come on. Yeah, the market could push up a little higher here. I'm looking for the market to push lower. Come on, break lower. Taking on some heat there. This is resistance right here, so it's having a hard time pushing through it. Come on. This could be a supporting swing right here too, so I did not pay attention. Looking for it to push lower and hit my profit target, but it could bounce where it's at. Let's see. Yeah, I may need to take this out here. Play this safe. Yeah, let me take a look at this area right here. Okay, first contract's filled. This could be a supporting swing. I didn't look to the left. So it's coming down there though. Come on, fill it. All right, we got filled. Okay. Yeah, that was rejection from the tops on that. Like I mentioned, that we're hitting an area of supply on the 60 range chart. So that's the higher time frame. We got the rejection. And price, I believe it possibly should come on down to this area down here. I'm looking for around maybe the 50 area. But it could bounce here. I need to quickly look at I don't know what's sitting out there to the left. 56. Nope. Let's see. Okay, in this area here. Yeah. Yeah, price could actually bounce where it's at. That's a little supporting swing right here. We see here. Okay, 56, yeah. Yeah, it's a little supporting swing right here. Price can bounce here, but if it's taking out, it's breaking back into this area now, okay? So it's a possibility that it could continue pushing lower. But this is a little supporting swing coming out of this swing to the upside. Yeah, it's rejecting this area right now. I'm up 22 ticks as we stand right now. All right, the market is coming, pushing down here, as I mentioned. It probably come down here and test these areas. This area down here. This is a area of demand sitting down here at the bottom. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not sure. I'm looking for price to actually come a little lower. I don't think, the area of demand sitting down here at the bottom. So, okay, let's see. Market's moving kind of slow today. It's going to come back down to I'm not sure here it comes back down to this area right here. Not much going on. Not much going on today's session. Not at all. Right now we're kind of got a high here, slow here, high here, kind of playing within this leg right here. Yeah, I missed it. That was a short right there. You can see it here on the full range chart. Just happened too quick. Just gonna have to wait it out now. All right, looks like the market is okay. So come down here and test this area down here. All right, and then it pushes up, goes back, breaks higher. Okay, not breaking structure yet to the left hand side here, but it pushes up, making these small little highs and higher lows and higher highs, pulls back, breaks structure now to the upside. So we could get a pullback to maybe possibly around this area here, around 56, 55 area maybe. But that's if it does pull back, so we just have to wait on it. All right, so what we have is price breaking structure over here. It took out a high here. It took out these highs right here. So it could pull back to this area right here. And I may go aggressive just for a quick short. A quick long. We'll see. Right now it's hitting this area of support right now. I want to see it come back and test this area here. We'll go long. I'm long, guys. Scalp this real quick. Taking a quick scalp back up here. But like I said, this area here is major area of resistance up here. You see price every time it goes up there, it moves away from it. So I'm just taking a quick scalp back up to this area here. Hopefully we get filled here, and I'm going to call it a session here because market's just moving slow. It is just moving, not moving any. It's not doing anything. It's moving sideways here, building volume. You see all this volume is built on a 12 range chart right here. So I'm just going to take what I can get on this little trade here and call it a day. It's Friday, so. Come on. Okay. Hit my first contract and bounced off. I'm going to get out. I'm going to go ahead and close this trade out. I mentioned this area down here, area demand sitting right here. Price is rotated, rejected it, but so crazy. Market's moving so tight, tight range right here. Maybe to go back up there and hit those two contracts real quick and be done. Okay, hit the first contract. I bounced off the second one. Keeps going up there, bouncing right off of it to the tick. Yeah, I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, hopefully I can get close out now. Okay, there we go. I'm done. I'm not gonna press my luck too much today. That was just a quick 6 ticks right there. So just up 28 ticks right now. So maybe something will unfold in the afternoon session, but for right now, I am done. Finito today. All right. If you're trading, guys, please be safe in the market today. The market is not really kicking off too much. It's not doing too much. It's just moving sideways. It's been moving sideways for maybe it's high here and been kind of moving sideways the last hour and half, last hour and 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to stand down and maybe take a look at it this afternoon, and that's going to be it. So I'll see you guys on next week on Monday. Take care. Have a great weekend.